Hello friends, today we are going to discuss about the benzene and its derivative. Myself, Dr. Mehul Patel, Associate Professor at Ramanbhai Patel College of Pharmacy, Charodar University of Science and Technology, Changa. Now, as per the syllabus of this chapter, you have to study in this chapter analytical, synthetic and other evidence in the derivation of the structure of benzene, orbital picture, resonance in benzene, aromatic characters, Huckel rules. Then in the second subpoint, there is a reaction of benzene. It includes nitration, sulfonation, halogenation, reactivity, then Friedel-Crafts alkylation reactivity, limitations, Friedel-Crafts acylation, etc. And in the last and most important part, that is the effect of the substituents on the reactivity and the orientation of the monosubstituted benzene compound towards the electrophilic substitution reaction. And later on, we are going to discuss about the uses of DDT, saccharin, BHC, and chloramine. So now move to the aromatic compound. Aromatic compound. So all of you know that what is the difference between the aliphatic compound and the aromatic compound, and there are certain difference apart from the structure also. Like if we talk about the reactivity, so generally the aliphatic compound or mainly the unsaturated aliphatic compound means carbon-carbon double bond containing compound, they are generally giving the addition reaction, while the aromatic compound like benzene, even though it has the carbon-carbon double bond, they are generally give the substitution reaction. They undergo the substitution reaction. So this is the major difference between the aromatic and aliphatic compound. Aliphatic compound, the unsaturated aliphatic compound gives the addition reaction, while the benzene generally gives the substitution reaction. Clear? So here there is an example like benzene, benzaldehyde, toluene. So there are so many aromatic compound. Here we have listed the few of them. Now the most important, why this chapter, or after completion of this chapter, what you are getting. So upon completion of the course or this chapter, you are able to explain the aromaticity of the benzene, then orbital picture of benzene, reactivity of benzene. You can also able to write the reaction, name the reaction and orientation of the reaction. You can also understand about the reactivity and the stability of the compound. Now let's begin with the some basic or the introduction of the aromatic compound. So the first of all, the sources and the name of the aromatic hydrocarbon. So what is the major source or the main source of the aromatic hydrocarbon? So generally it is derived from the high temperature distillation of the coal tar. Now heating of the petroleum at the high temperature and the pressure over a catalyst, we get the different aromatic hydrocarbon according to that the boiling point as well as the melting point. So here the benzene, toluene, xylene, indene, then naphthalene, biphenyl, anthracene, phenanthrene. Now most important part, the naming of the aromatic compound. How to give the name to the aromatic compound? So generally there are two type of the naming. One is according to the common name like toluene or aniline. So the common name of the this methyl benzene is commonly known as the toluene. Same way amino benzene is known as the aniline. Now if we are giving the name, there monosubstituted benzene means there is only one substitution on the benzene ring. The name is given with the name as a benzene. So suffix is used as a benzene. As for example, this one is the aromatic ring benzene, and this one is the bromo. So the bromo act as a substitution. So the name is given as a bromo benzene. So benzene used as a suffix and the bromo or the substitution used as a prefix. So same case with this nitrobenzene. So here the benzene and this one is the nitro group. Okay. Now if we talk about the this compound, like if there is a alkyl chain, then you have to give the name as alkyl group as a suffix. Okay, so this one is the propyl group and this one is benzene, so it is called as a propyl benzene. So this is about the monosubstituted benzene. Now there are certain common name also there. like toluene, if benzene ring and the substitution is the methyl, then it is a toluene. Same way the phenol, the benzene and hydroxyl group. So this one is called as a phenol. Then aniline, then this one is the acetophenone, then benzaldehyde, benzoic acid. Then if there is a 1,2 dimethyl benzene, then it is called as a orthoxylene. Same way, this one is the styrene. So these are the some common name of the aromatic compound. Now, sometime in the nomenclature, we are using the name as a phenyl. So when a benzene ring is as a substituent, if benzene is not as a parent but as a substituent, then we are using the word phenyl. And if there is a benzyl, then in that cases we have the phenyl ring as well as the CH2 group. So this entire group is called as a benzyl. So there is a two group. One is a phenyl group in which we have only benzene as a substituent. And if there is a this kind of the structure, then it is called as a benzyl. Clear? Now if we talk about the disubstituted benzene. So the previous cases are the monosubstituted benzene. Now we talk about the disubstituted benzene. So the relative position on a benzene ring: ortho and adjacent carbon, meta separated by the one carbon, para means separated by the two carbon. So depending on the location, it is 1, 2, 1, 3 and 1, 4. Clear? So ortho substitution, meta substitution and para, it is symbolized by O, M and P. Or if we want to give the number, then it is 1, 2, that means ortho, 1, 3, that means meta, and 1, 4, that means para. So here it is clearly indicated this position is called with reference to this substitution. With reference to this substitution, the fourth position is called as a para. The two position is called as a ortho. 3 position is called as a meta. So if we take the example, like if we do the bromination of this toluene, then it produces the para-bromotoluene. It produces para-bromotoluene. Similarly, if this one is substitution like 2-chloro, then we call as a ortho-dichlorobenzene, or we can say 1,2-dichlorobenzene. So this one is the 1,2 substituted. So this one is 1,3 substituted. This one is 1,4 disubstituted. Okay. So this is about the disubstituted benzene. Now naming the benzene with more than 2 substituents. If more than 2 substitutions are there, then according to the IUPAC nomenclature, you have to choose the number to get the lowest possible value. So all the substitution must get the lowest possible value. So you have to count the number or giving the numbers in such a way that all the substitution get the lowest number. And the second rule, that you have to arrange according to the alphabetically order. So you must, in this case, you must mention first bromo and then methyl. Okay. So like this first example here, if we consider this one is the 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 4 bromo, 1, 2 dimethyl benzene. Similarly here there is a 1 is a hydroxyl group. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 2, 5 dimethyl phenol. So phenol as a parent moiety, and we are considering as a substitution. Same way here also we can also consider as a toluene as a parent moiety. So this one is toluene, and if you want to give the name like that, 1, 2 methyl, and this one is the 4 bromo. So the name is 4 bromo 2 methyl toluene. You can also write in this way also. Okay, similarly over here, if it start with the number considering as a toluene as a parent moiety, then toluene, and at the toluene 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2, 4 and 6 trinitrotoluene. So this is the nomenclature with more than 2 substituents. Now we talk about the unusual behavior of the benzene. So we know that the benzene structure is a very unique structure, and they have some unusual characteristic. So the first and most important unusual characteristic of benzene is that benzene undergoes the electrophilic substitution reaction, not the addition reaction. So in the In aliphatic unsaturated compound, we know that when the carbon double bond carbon react with this bromine, then it will produce the dibromo compound. So here the addition reaction takes place in the aliphatic cases. But even though benzene has the double bond, carbon-carbon double bond, it doesn't give the addition reaction, but it prefer to give the substitution reaction. So it undergo the electrophilic substitution reaction. So this is the unusual case. Then the resonance structure is possible in the case of the benzene. So we are going to discuss it in detail. Then molecular orbital of benzene is a unique features. Then heat of hydrogenation as a indicator of the unusual stability. So benzene has the unusual stability. So that can be explained by the molecular orbital, resonance, and the heat of hydrogenation. The most important point, the unusual physico-chemical property like bond angle, bond length, etc. So these are basically these 4 to 5 categories which are unusual for the benzene, and by this way we can differentiate this aliphatic unsaturated compound with the benzene. Now the first one. So benzene undergo the electrophilic substitution reaction, not addition reaction. So look at this example. Benzene reacts slowly with the bromine to give the bromobenzene. So when the benzene is going to react with the bromine, then it produces the bromobenzene. This reaction is slow and it requires a certain catalyst. Okay. So here we can say there is a substitution of the one hydrogen with the bromine and we get the bromobenzene. This substitution is rather than the rapid addition reaction common to the compound with the CC. So means carbon carbon double bond containing compound, aliphatic compound, they are readily react with the bromine and it may immediately produce the additive product or the addition product. But in the case of the benzene, this reaction is a substitution reaction and it is very slow. So we can say the benzene have the two possibility. One is this one. So benzene react with the bromine and it will produce the bromobenzene, or this benzene gives the addition reaction with the bromine and it will produce this one. But we know that practically we are getting this kind of the compound bromobenzene, we are not getting this product. So itself it is explained that benzene undergo the substitution reaction, not the addition reaction. This product is not preferable. Why? Because this product lose its aromaticity, and benzene doesn't want to lose their lose its aromaticity. So this one is a non-aromatic product and that's why it is not preferable. So benzene gives the aromatic product only. So aromatic compound convert into the aromatic product. Now the example to explain the substitution reaction and stability of the benzene. So here we have the few more example, like benzene has the much more stability than the predicted. So as this stability we can also observe in the previous reaction. If you see this, then the addition reaction is a rapid reaction, okay, but the substitution reaction is very slow. So benzene undergo the very slow reaction and it involve the some catalyst. So that's why we can say the benzene itself is a little bit stable and they are not ready to react. So this unusual stability is due to the, we can say it is due to the resonance formation in the case of the benzene. So benzene does not react, or benzene is more stable than the normal cycloalkane. So this can be explained by this example. Here you can see this one is the cycloalkene. Okay, so this compound is non-aromatic or it is not aromatic. So this act as a similar to the alkene. Okay, cycloalkene. So similar to the alkene, they are ready to react with the camenophore and water, and it will produce this 1,2-dihydroxy cyclohexane. So this is an addition product. But the same reaction when we repeat with this benzene means here there is a 3 triple bond. So the benzene, then when we provide the same reaction condition like camenophore water, then there is no reaction. So from this experiment it is finalized, or it will conclude that the benzene is comparatively more stable than the alkene. Similarly, you can also see here, if the cyclohexane is react with the bromine, then it will produce the additive product or the addition product dibromose derivatives. But when we do the reaction of the compound with the bromine without any catalyst, then there is no reaction. Here without catalyst it is produce the product, it produce the product, but here in the absence of the catalyst the reaction cannot take place. So this suggests that the benzene is comparatively more stable. Okay, so here if we want to do the bromination of benzene, then we require this catalyst like FeBr3 and we get the bromobenzene. Okay, so from this point we can conclude that benzene have some it doesn't give only substitution reaction, but it is also little bit stable. The extra stability of the benzene is there. So from where the stability comes, so it can be explained by the resonance in the benzene. So the resonance is a characteristic of the benzene. Now first of all, what is resonance? So resonance is means the delocalization of the electron. Delocalization of the electron, that we call as a generally resonance. So it may be defined as the bonding or the sharing of the electron, or we can say delocalization between the more than two atoms. So benzene has the two resonance structure that we call as a canonical structure, but taken individually none show the delocalization of electron. So if you take any one structure, then it doesn't show the delocalization, but if we take the two, like in this structure, so these two different resonating form, so if we combine this, then there is a hybrid form, and that we are generally drawing in this way. So the benzene has two resonance structure or the canonical structure. So this is provide the extra stability to the benzene. Now if we look at the molecular orbital picture of the benzene, so we know that the benzene is having extra stability, and it cannot be explained this stability alone by the resonance, but there are certain other theory or the concept which provide the stability of the benzene, information about the stability of the benzene. Amongst them, one is the molecular orbital theory. So we know that the benzene has the 6 planar sp2 hybridized carbon. So all the carbon are the sp2 hybridized. Okay, this all the carbon is sp2 hybridized carbon. They are not sp3 or sp. They all are the sp2 hybridized carbon. So that's why there is a one unused unhybridized p orbital remain with each 6 carbon. So all 6 carbon having the unhybridized p orbital. So these p orbital are perfectly aligned for the overlap. Now this 6 p orbital which is not involved in the hybridization, so they are overlap. This p orbital create a continuous ring of orbital above and below the plane of the carbon. So they continuously combine and they make a continuous ring of the orbital above and below the plane of the carbon atom. The 6 overlapping p orbital create a cyclic system of the molecular orbital. So if you look at the 3-dimensional structure, so there is a electronic cloud will be there, the cyclic system will be formed. So all the lobes above the plane of the carbon atom interfere constructively, as do the lobes below the plane of the carbon atom. So above and below the plane there is a some cloud will be there. The 6 p orbital overlap to form a continuous bonding ring of the electron density. It is very low energy because of the 6 bonding interaction, and the electrons are delocalized over the 6 carbon equally. So because of this all orbital are the equal, so electron are easily delocalized, and that's why we are getting the resonating structure. So this is about the overview of the molecular orbits of the benzene. Now the most important parts, why there is a benzene, why the benzene is extra stable or unusual stability the benzene have. So this can be explained by the heat of hydrogenation. So if you look at the data of the heat of hydrogenation, now here if you look at this one is the cyclohexane. Okay, now here if we do this here, look at this, the cyclohexane convert into the cyclohexene. Okay, so this reaction, hydrogenation of the cyclohexene is exothermic reaction. So if we do the hydrogenation of this cyclohexene to cyclohexane, okay, so this we call as a hydrogenation reaction, addition of the hydrogen. So during this reaction, it is exothermic reaction and it evolved 28.6 kilocalorie per mole energy. Okay, so it indicates that if there is a one double bond, then it produces 28.6 kilocalorie mole energy. Okay, so exothermic reaction. Now, so if there is a two double bond, like in this cyclohexadiene, so cyclohexadiene, there may be, we can draw in a two way, like 1,3 cyclohexadiene and 1,4 cyclohexadiene. So this one is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one is the 1,4 cyclohexadiene. And if we draw the another structure, another form, then this one is called as a 1,3 cyclohexadiene. 1, 2 and 3. So 1 upper double bond and 3. So 1,3 cyclohexadiene and 1,4. So the common structure we can say it is a 1,3 or the 1,4 cyclohexadiene. So if there is a one double bond, then there is a release of energy around 28.6. Then we can say if there is a 2, then the predicted value is around 57.4. So this much calorie should be evolved. And during the practically we found that it produced the 55.4 kilocalorie energy. Now if we consider, so almost double. Now if we consider that there is a 3 double bond like in the benzene, so in the 3 double bond, if we predict, then the value must be 85.8 kilocalorie per mole. It must produce this kind of the energy, 55.4 kilocalorie in this exothermic reaction. But if we do the hydrogenation of benzene, then it is produce 49.8 kilocalorie energy. So that indicate that the somewhat the energy which is used or provides the extra stability to the benzene. So that difference between this energy is a 36 kilocalorie. So that energy we call as a resonance energy, and this energy provides the extra stability to the benzene. Okay, so cyclohexene exothermic reaction, it produces 28.6 kilocalorie. So if there is a double bond, then it must produce 57.2. Instead of that, we are getting the 55.4 because of the resonance, two different structures. Now if in the same way, if we predict, then if there may be a 3 double bond, then it should be 85.8. but when we take the actual data or the hydrogenation of the benzene, the energy exothermic reaction produce 49.8. So there may be a difference between the actual and the predicted is a 36 kilocalorie. So that energy is considered as a resonance energy, and that provides the extra stability to the benzene. Clear? So this is also unusual characteristic, the stability of the benzene. Now if we talk about the physicochemical properties, unusual physicochemical property. So as we all know that the carbon-carbon double bond, carbon-carbon single bond having the bond length around 1.54, and the double bond there is the 1.34. But in the case of the benzene, even though it has the single bond and the double bond, so although they are having all the bonds are the equal length and they are having the 1.39 angstrom. So this one is the perfect hexagonal structure because there are all the bonds are having the equal length, even though some of the bond are the single and the some of are the double, but still we are getting the complete hexagonal and all the bond length having the 1.39 angstrom. So this is unusual thing. Then electron density in all the 6 carbon-carbon bond is identical. Then structure is planar and perfectly hexagonal. The carbon-carbon-carbon bond angle, so this bond angle is 120 degree, and each carbon is sp2 hybridized, and one of the p orbital from the each carbon is perpendicular to the plane of the 6-member ring. So this kind of the structure is there. So this is about the physicochemical property. So now if we look at the first slide, then you can easily understand. The benzene undergo the electrophilic substitution reaction. Why it gives the electrophilic substitution reaction? So the most important reason is that if the addition reaction takes place, then the product which is formed is a non-aromatic. So that's why benzene do not prefer the addition reaction, but it generally prefer the substitution reaction, and it maintain its aromaticity. Second, resonance structure. As we know that the benzene has the 2 resonance structure because of the delocalization of the pi electron. Molecular orbital of benzene. So benzene has the 6 carbon, and all the 6 carbon having the sp2 hybridized. So one of the p orbital is available. So all these 6 p orbital, empty p orbital is arranged perpendicular, and they the electron delocalize amongst them. Then heat of hydrogenation. So the data of the heat of hydrogenation suggests that benzene has the 36 kilocalorie resonance energy, which provides the extra stability or the unusual stability. And if we talk about the unusual physicochemical property, then we know that the carbon-carbon single bond having the bond length 1.54, carbon-carbon double bond having the 1.34. Even though benzene has all these combinations, single bond and double bond, but instead of the variation in the bond length, they have the common bond length like 1.39 angstrom. So this one is the unusual characteristic. So these all are the thing that we are discussed about the unusual characteristic of the benzene. So thank you very much. If you have any doubt, any query, you can ask in the chat box. Thank you.